And hello again. Um, Welcome back. This is Samuel Alexander with another poem from the second book in my series, I See Things in Blue, titled Gavin. Now, in the theme of getting high, this one was chosen specifically for the title name and kind of like the content of the poem. But again, excuse me there. But again, it hasn't quite touched because most of the poems that are specifically about that topic, they're about chocolate, and that. It's obviously not about chocolate, and I still haven't made it that far yet. So it's very interesting that I picked them because of how I could vaguely associating them with that because flying high. Um, but it's really just in the title, and then how the poem actually reflects to what's in the book that it's in depends on the content. So I was just lucky that I had a lot of poems um, that I could cheat my way into getting them in here based on the character because very specifically because of that. So far so good. Rain comes from the sky, clouds, and now we're flying. There is a theme here, even without landing on specifically talking about that one topic. And so it's going to happen. I think there's only about 3 poems in here that deal with that. But managing to keep it on theme again was a challenge. It was easier for Daria, but this one was definitely a challenge. I had to really think about it, but we got there. There isn't much more to say about this one. I likely won't really remember why it's here content wise until I read it. Um, so why wait? Um, this is me again reading from Gavin, the second in my series I See Things in Blue, and this poem is titled Flying. I woke up this morning feeling like I could fly. Feel the air on my face as through the clouds I rise, flapping my wings, propelling to new heights, hear the whistling of the wind. I continue to climb. With the lift beneath my wings, I level, spread them far and glide, over mountains and oceans, surveying the beauty of life. In the wonder and art of the sprinkling evening sky, overhead looking down as across the lake the moon shines, sparkling and shimmering on ripples through the moonlight, the magnificent splendor passing the horizon at sunrise, flying through the rainbow after rain leaves the sky and soaring through clouds scattered across blue skies. Breathing the free air as I continue my flight, the soothing colors as I beat while the sun rests its eyes. I woke up this morning feeling like I could fly. I might have to recant my original statement. No, this poem is not about that. But someone with a really good imagination could be like, yeah, it's about being high. It's not though. It was just really one of those poems where I was just envisioning flying and finding a way to associate that with life in general. I kind of lost the rhythm in the middle. Well, since I didn't say any of the lines wrong, I just kept it moving because I would have had to start over to fix that. And it was just better to just kind of lose pace and eventually hope that I got it back, which I did. But yeah, because it's a really fun part to say when I get it right, but it's going to stand the way that I said it. And that's a good reason for this to kind of be here because it fits his general kind of like attitude. He's definitely like the fun friend, the one that will like, your ride or die friend for both of them. Like, if you wanted somebody to be there with you, whether you're 14 and on the schoolyard playing, or like 30 and someone's like insulting you, at the bar, he is that guy. He will be there for you. And he's very, which is why this emotional situation, it was so hard for him, because he's definitely very mellow. Like, he just kind of oozes through and has a fun relationship with anybody that he has a relationship with. It's very, fun to be around him. And Raylan is equally that way, which is why they're a good duo to be Dario's friends. Because I thought I saw something. I did not. Sorry, I was just blowing the air. So they're a good duo to be his friends, because they kind of help him stay in his child, so true to being, the type of person who enjoys singing and reading and learn activities, while also helping him branch out and embrace that he is that type of person and enjoy it. So it actually fits his personality that he would be this kind of like happy and light and fun about life, because it was intentional for both of the characters. Now that I'm out of Dario, I can talk more about both of them, even though I haven't gotten to our book yet. So that's the main reason that it's here, for dual purposes. He woke up feeling like he could fly, and then he attacks the day with this type of energy. So it's a nice way to explain, while in the why in the other poems it's a little bit more, mentally, stressful for him, because this is what he would rather be like. He can't be this while that situation is holding him back. So that's actually why it's here. But reading it, I would be lying to you if I didn't think that it could be about other things, but it is most definitely not actually about getting high. It's just not. But here we are. Everything is up for interpretation, and that's what I really like about poetry, because I can tell you a million and one ways what it's actually about, but chances are you're going to read it and be like, yeah, I didn't think he knew what he had, because it's more about this. And you could very well be right, but it was unintentional. It's not what I was thinking when I wrote it, but it's okay that things can morph and grow into other things. And that's pretty much it. I don't really have much more to say about this one. So that was a poem from my book, Gavin, second in the series I See Things in Blue, titled Flying. And if you've made it this far, thanks for stopping by.